Hey everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Ratchet and Clank Going Commando. Last time we did the intro mission, and this time we're on planet Oozla, where we have to do a couple things. There are 2 platinum bolts, and plenty to do pretty much, so let's go. So of course, like I said last time, favorite game of all time, probably. And this is going to take much the same course as the first game, where there are going to be 2, possibly 3 paths every planet, and you got fun stuff to do, lots to do. And as you can see, we can already pick... Oh, this is another important addition. You see how I'm just about to press buy ammo? Automatically maxes it. So that's important. At 5,000 we can buy the chopper, at 15,000 we can buy the blitz gun. Chopper's really good later, once it's upgraded. So that's probably going to be an early purchase for me. And remember, strafing. Strafing is huge, makes this game a lot more playable than the previous one was in a combat sense. We haven't gotten Clank yet because, as you saw in the opening cutscene, he's over at the Metropolis place on Indako with that masseuse. Anyway, there is a skill point here that I am going to take a quick second to waste all our time on. So yeah, he's gonna die. Anyway, if you shoot like 10 of these guys, you get a skill point. And I'm just gonna do that right quick. Maybe it's just all 4 of these. Yeah, so there's our first skill point for shooting those guys down. And, you know, that's all I'm gonna really deal with on this planet, because I don't remember the others. Yeah, I could look them up, but I'm not going to go out of my way for skill points. I'm just going to do the ones that I know and aren't really painfully annoying, because those are not really what I'm going to waste a video on. I wouldn't call it wasting a video, but I'm not going to spend a video on it. Anyway, when you upgrade your nanotech, that damages or kills every enemy near you, and it also breaks all the boxes and stuff. Pretty nice. And now you can see we have 5 nanotech, which, if you recall, took us more than half of the first game to get to. So this game, I mean, most of the Ratchet and Clank games have a form of inflation to them, where you'll get more and more health, weapons will do more and more damage, bolts will be worth less and less. It's like, as you saw in the first game, it cost 30,000 for like the last most expensive weapon besides the Rhino, and in this game the second weapon that you can buy costs 15,000. That takes some thinking about. So that's one thing that you're going to see a lot. Although in one of the later games, Crack in Time, the bolts do go down back to a less inflated value than in any of the other games, pretty much. Because, like, I know in Ratchet and Clank Tools of Destruction, which is the first game on the PS3 in the Future Trilogy, I had 1 billion bolts. 1 billion bolts across my 2 saves. And I mean, yes, it's a lot of playtime, but that's also ridiculous. Whereas in this game, I probably had, I don't know, 20 million? There's a huge, huge difference. Anyway, this is our first little mini-boss fight. Pretty easy. And we got the new Lancer upgrade for our machine gun here. So it has twice as much ammo, and it's a little stronger. So that's relatively exciting, I suppose. Shoots faster. Anyway, recall there are 2 paths on this planet, so we're not nearly done yet. We're going to get a gadget right there. And of course, gadgets, as before, will flood our quick select at first. But we'll just take it for now. And it can stay on the quick select because it's no big deal. But it's going to be largely like the last game, where I'm going to go through my menu to go to my gadgets every time. The third game adds something that's pretty important for something like that. It adds rings of your quick select. So, like, what I have in the third game is Just had to make sure of something. What I have in the third game is, I mean, I know what I was saying, but I can't remember how I was going to say it. Anyway, what the dynamo does is it activates those things to give us stuff to move on. And so you'll get some puzzles like that. And not too difficult. We do have enough money to buy the chopper. Oh, it introduces quick select rings, so you'll have more than one. Like, I have this ring, and then if I pressed R1, I'd get another one. And that's pretty valuable. There is a skill point for destroying everything in here, but it's not worth it without the box breaker, which comes far later in the game, though. We do get it on this planet, believe it or not. It's just it's harder to destroy all those things. So I just won't. Because again, skill points, I mean, yes, you get cheats for them, and I might use some of the cheats because they're not like cheats, they're more like, oh, all the enemies have big heads, that kind of cheat. It's just cosmetic. I know the first time I played this game, I fell in this gap because I just didn't realize it was there because it's so out of nowhere. But now I know, I've learned my lesson, I haven't embarrassed myself on it. And like I said, we're going to have plenty of dynamo puzzles. Of course, when you first get it, you have to use it a lot. But later, you know, it comes occasionally. And this is where we'll get the box breaker. We just need the magna boots, or whatever they're called in this game, to walk up this. And then we fight a tough boss, and we get the box breaker. But for now, this is our path. And same as last game, if you just double tap triangle, then you will use the last weapon that you had used. So this is the end of this path. Cutscene. I'll be right back.
Are you there?
Copy, Mr. Fizzwidget.
Listen, I have some new information on our experiment's wherewithal. The thief was indemnified at Megacorp's Mactar Resort. Also, the thugs have towed a moon-sized jamming array into Mactar Resort orbit.
Should I take it out?
Affirmulous! It's disconfabulating our annual Galactic Gladiators broadcast. See for yourself.
Ask yourself, are you man enough, hero enough, insane enough to step into the ring with two of the fiercest warriors in the galaxy? If you answered yes, you're a big, fat liar. But that's okay, because Megacorp is bringing Galactic Gladiators into your home for a special Mega View event. First, it's survival of the fittest in our bio competition. Be there as Chainblade unleashes his fury on our Gladiator guest contestants. Chainblade has gone undefeated in 500 straight matches, but if the bio division doesn't do it for you, our robotics division will. Taste the adrenaline as contestants face off against our four-armed bandit, the B2 Brawler. Brawler. No living creature is a match for this machine. Watch 6 tons of Carbonox alloy hunt for its prey. There's no consolation prize, cause this bad boy's programmed to show no mercy. So, what are you waiting for? Call now to bring Chainblade and the B2 Brawler into your living room. But put away the fine china. The Galactic Gladiators, only on MegaView. Call your provider now.
Chainblade, huh? I've got the coordinates. Ratchet out.
One of the skill points is for defeating Chainblade using only a wrench, which isn't that complicated, but there's a stronger wrench later in the game. There are 2 of them, actually. So yes, this game also introduces wrench upgrades, and I don't think that any of the other games have that. So, there's that. We're going to pick up the chopper, because why not? It's quite good. And that gives us something else to upgrade. I'm also going to change up my quick select, put the chopper on it instead of the dynamo. And we'll just go on the other path now. By the way, this game also introduces arenas, like you saw there in that commercial thing. And what the arena does is basically give you a bunch of challenges to win some bolts and do cool stuff like that. Win bolts, kill enemies, have fun. So what I'll probably do is any level with an arena, I will have a separate episode of all of the arena challenges that I can currently beat. Because I know that in my current situation, I will not be able to beat the B2 Brawler. It's a pretty tough boss, and that just means that I probably won't manage it yet. Well, it's tough without having many weapons and upgrades, and with low nanotech. Of course, there's also a challenge skill point for beating him without taking damage, which just takes a little bit of time. By the way, I do know where both platinum bolts are on this level, and we'll see if I can get them both, because I'm not sure if I can get the second one right away. Might be able to, but I might need more than I have. I don't know if it requires the hyper shot. Oh, I can destroy those. Guess I better start doing that. And as you can see with the chopper, it bounces around off of things, and it hits enemies multiple times, or it can hit multiple enemies. And later, its upgrade shoots multiple blades at once, which is exciting. Oh, I had something in mind to say, but there's some pretty obvious puzzles here. Can fall into that once per time, that's fine. This will take me over here so I can get all of these crates. No, it won't. Yes, it will. So I do want to get those. All the bolts I can get are worth it. Yeah, there we go. So I will go right back there, because there are enemies to kill anyway. And those guys. And there are boxes to get. I just like my bolts. So this will take a little bit of extra time, but I'm sure no one's too upset about that. That probably takes me elsewhere. But this is where I'm going first. Boxes are good. By the way, both of the platinum bolts are on this path. So I will... Well, for the first one I have to go back for. The second one I can get right away. I think people are home, because I hear car doors. But, you know, I hear, like, all of the car doors of the whole neighborhood. I'm not going to kill the enemies. I should. But I'm being lazy. Sounds like people. Enemies galore. Took some damage. Took my first damage of the game. Someone's got to do it sometime. Are you still alive? Yeah. Ah, there we go. More nanotechs. Now we're at 6. Which again was like halfway through the game or more in the first Ratchet Clank. I'm just using this weapon right now, the chopper, because the gravity bomb isn't hugely useful yet, and because I need to get all the upgrades. I showed off the heavy lancer, and the chopper's upgrade is called the multi-disc gun, which doesn't roll off the tongue quite as nicely. But it's still workable. Yep, there are people. And, you know, you see there are all these puzzles with, well, they're not really puzzles, all of the platforming with these chompy platform things that are pretty much, what are those things called, guys? Venus flytraps. But for Ratchet. When we slide down here, we gotta spend some money, as usual, buy a gadget, which we'll need on Mactar.
Welcome. If everyone could take their seats, we can proceed with today's demonstration. First, I'll need a volunteer. Anyone? Excellent. Your name, sir?
Ratchet.
Hey! And there you have it, the Megacorp tractor beam in action. Let's give it up for our volunteer. Sir, how about taking advantage of our show special?
So, of course, we need to spend 1,000 bolts.
Thank you, sir. You won't be disappointed.
And now we have the tractor beam, which, if you see these things, it can move anything that has that on it. And, of course, you see I'm going the wrong way, but that's because this is the prime place for our first platinum bolt. And there it is. Exciting stuff. And in this game, platinum bolts are used for, I don't remember. Oh, what they're used for is weapon mods. So at some point, we'll see our first Slim Cognito black market kind of vendor thing. Slim Cognito is essentially our black market homeboy. And he sells us our ship upgrades and our weapon mods. Weapon mods will be things like holding both L2 and R2 to lock on to an enemy, or having shots also poison enemies. It's good stuff. I'm excited. And I sort of remember, I mean, the first one's on Indako, I believe. Unless there's one on Mactar that I just can't quite recall. But, of course, last time I played through the game, I hadn't in a while, and I forgot where they were. So I didn't find my first one until like halfway through the game. But that is not quite everything to do on this planet. As I said, there is the need for, well, I can destroy these. But there's the second platinum bolt that I'll see if I can get now. Can I? Can I? Yes, I can. At least I can try, assuming I don't need swing shot or anything. Hyper shot. Where is it, the swing shot in this game? Anyway, this guy's new here. He just showed up, and he'll take us to a platinum bolt. Well, he'll take us near a platinum bolt. We then have to do the rest of the work ourselves. There's some enemies to kill. There's another guy to follow. Well, another guy to take us where we need to go. That did go on my quick select, but whatever. Chopper will do most of our work for us. There are a bunch of these little fly guys, though. Whatever. And that is 2 out of 2 for this planet. Once I pick up all these bolts. And yeah, there are a couple more bolts to pick up. That's not all the skill points here, though. I don't think. But I'm not looking, so... Because that's a post-game stream kind of thing. That only goes on YouTube if I stream it. Well, it's not all the skill points. I remember one specifically. So, that's going to do it for this planet. And again, by knowing all the platinum bolts in this game, I'm basically just decreasing the time that it will take to do the platinum bolt episode, so that it's less likely I have the same problem I did with the first game, where I can't get it rendered or imported even, and then it's impossible to get onto YouTube pretty much. So, like I said, we're going to buy some ammo. Actually, I didn't say that. But it's convenient because it maxes these things out. We can't afford the blitz gun yet. And that is finally going to do it for this episode. Next stop, Mactar Resort in the Mactar Nebula. Okay, I was scared because the TV flickered and I wasn't sure if I lost the capture. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you think. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.